What's up, guys? What is going on? We are live. We didn't even do an intro, nothing like that, guys. We're just live. We're going to get to it here in just a minute. We're going to get settled. We're going to get strapped in here. I'm going to lock in my chair so I don't move back and forth. And then we're going to be getting into some charting and chilling out. That's all we're doing, guys. We're just charting and chilling. I'm going to turn up my music just a little bit. Hopefully, the music's okay for you guys. It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday, guys. It is a Tuesday. It should be an okay day. You guys should have got the Monday jitters out. You guys should have got everything you needed out of your systems and of your positions over the weekend before the new movement happened. That was, yesterday, obviously, or I should say Sunday because futures and stuff like that, right? But basically, you guys get the general gist of what I'm trying to say. We're going to be getting into it in just a minute, guys. If you guys would do me a favor, if you guys are here early, unlike everybody else, retweet it out there. What's up, JR? What's up, man? What is going on, my friend? If you guys would do me a huge favor, retweet it out. Let everybody else know that we are live. We're live on YouTube and we're live on X, aka Twitter. I don't know. I can never pull myself away from just saying X. I always have to say Twitter at the end of every time. Every time I say it, I just have to. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. Hey, JR, real quick, does everything sound okay? I know I'm using my head. I could use this. I don't want to use it right now because I'm just being lazy, and so the gaming headphones or headset or whatever this is isn't as good, obviously. But I just if you guys can hear me, that's okay, right? If you could let me know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Let's go ahead and jump on into it. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the indexes, which is in the traditional markets. I'm here to I'm here to learn and yeah, there you go. To learn and earn. I should actually use that as one of as like the title. Learn and earn, maybe. Sounds good. Awesome. Awesome. What's going on, Adam? Love it. We're gonna talk about Adam in just a little bit too. We're gonna talk about Adam in just a little bit as well. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in to the traditional markets first and foremost, and then we will go ahead and talk about a few other things. We got to talk about traditional markets just like I used to. I always talk about it because it's one and the same, right? And you got to recognize the liquidity is just shifting back and forth, and the markets is all about opportunists and people out there looking for the right opportunities for their capital, the ones that are going to return the best percentages for themselves and their entities or whomever they represent, right? So there might be a little bit of new equity or new liquidity, I should say, coming in on the in the markets and stuff like that. But all honestly, like a lot of liquidity that's already there is already there. It's going to be just moving around. So it's all part of the plan. It's all part of everything, guys. People that say it's not correlated, you're just absolutely wrong. You know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, and I actually hold on. I want to. Somebody was asking me. Somebody was asking me. I'll actually be honest with you. A lot of people have been asking me, especially with the new pump that just recently happened, and a lot of exposure happening for Bitcoin with Trump coming into office and stuff like that. Over the past few months, a lot of people have asked me, like, what's my favorite stock? What's my favorite crypto? Like, what am I buying and stuff like that. And to be very honest with you, I just want to say this right now: if you're a conservative investor like myself, who wants to take risk but minimize it as much as possible with the potential obviously over a long time horizon to see some really decent gains, I'm going to be very honest with you. Even though this is primarily a crypto related content channel or stream, usually I do a lot of times still always reference traditional market, traditional opportunities, and when I say this, it's going to kind of show. But my suggestion to you is, if you say you had $10,000, right, and you could just invest and you have a long enough time horizon. My honest answer that I've been telling everybody, and you guys might be shocked about this, is go and take a look at any of the traditional index opportunities that are out there and use that. I'm just being real, guys. I'm just being absolutely real. What I would do is I would go and take a look at the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq preferably, and the S&P. And if I had $10,000, I would just put it in an index fund of whichever one of these, and I would just let it ride over 50 years. If I had $10,000, I would just put it in on the markets, on the traditional markets. Yes, I get it, crypto, right? But I would just put it in the traditional markets, and I would just let it run. I would just let it run. $10,000 on the NASDAQ index. I mean, come on. Let's go to the monthly. How could you not? This is the monthly, right? We're using Market Cipher here, guys. 50 years. I'm not saying don't bet on one individual, like, you know, Tesla or Nvidia or Microsoft or Disney, or like, you know, people that try to pick the winners, specific winners. That's when most people get burnt. It's so hard to pick the one unicorn that's out there and ride that thing over the rainbow and beyond, right? It's so hard. But like, to be very honest with you guys, if you had $10,000 and you wanted to invest over a long time horizon, and you wanted to really like maximize the potential gains for yourself and minimize as much exposure to risk as possible, all I would honestly do is I would take my $10,000 and I would put it in either the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, or the S&P. That's up to you which one you want to do it. I would rather do it on the NASDAQ and the S&P, but you could also do it on the Dow Jones. Really and truly and honestly. And that would be absolutely a banger investment, in my humble opinion. If you just stuck it on one of those indexes and just left it, that would be such a really good investment. Like, let's be honest. Let's just go here. Let's 50 years. I'm talking about 50 years. This is stuff that you're trying to set up your family's long-term wealth. Like, you're trying to actually have your kids or your grandkids go back and talk about you in a favorable way and say that man or that woman knew what they were doing, instead of, God, I wish my parents did that, or God, I wish my grandparents did this. Like, a lot of us do. A lot of us do that, right? And I do that. I have to do that too. I have that conversation all the time. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish my parents would have done this. I wish my grandparents would have done that, but they never did it, right? Honestly, though, what's 50 years? 50. Well, I don't even, let's just go back. Not even that. Let's just go back from, good God, 21. Let's go back to 2000. And actually, you know what? Let's just go back to the 2000s. Let's go back to 2000. Let's go right here. 2000. Even throughout this dip, we won't even go to the lows. Let's just go 2000. Where's 2000? 2000. Let's go from the crash, actually, because this was the crash, right? 2000 was the crash. Let's go from the tippity top. And even though you invested here, you put 10,000 here, and it dipped down into the bloodbath of the crash and all that. Guys, I don't know if some of you guys were even born then, but honestly, if you would have just invested 10,000 here, stuck it there, and just had conviction, invested into the markets itself, right? Not trying to pick a winner, and then just waited. This is only 20-something years. You would have had over 332% gains if you would have just waited. But honestly, right, let's just say you were an opportune person, you were lucky as can be, and you actually did it on the bottom. From there to here, right, not even 20 years, that's 2,477%. $10,000, you got 2,000, almost 2,500%. That's insane, realistically and truly. Like, right, as a long-term conservative investor, realistically and truly, that's amazing stuff, right? That's amazing stuff. I don't know, what the hell is that? Simple math. I should know this stuff. But let's just say you got that, right? 25%. You would be sitting on, you guys can't see that, it's obvious math, right? But if you took $10,000 20 years ago and just put it on the NASDAQ to where we are right now, that $10,000 would be $250,000, right? That's not like life-changing, but that's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff, right? I don't know, man. Like, so I don't know. I kind of want to actually just talk about that question that people have been asking me. Like, because I like crypto. I love it, right? I absolutely love it and stuff like that. I get, don't get me wrong. You're going to get a lot of gains with some of these other things and stuff like that, obviously, right? Like 2,500 in crypto, that's nothing. That's nothing in some of these things. But truthfully and honestly, that's been my answer to a lot of people. Like, stop looking for the moonshots. Stop looking for them. Stop looking for the moonshots. Just go with the smart play. If you want to take the easy route, the safe route. Everything comes with risk, but that's what I would do. That's what I would do, right? I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. I just want to talk about it right now. Though the Dow Jones up on on today's price action, 0.28%. The Nasdaq is up almost a little bit more than half a percent. It's 0.57%. Not doing all too bad, guys. Not doing all too bad. S&P, same thing, 0.57% on the daily price action for on the charts today for the S&P 500. Let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY. The DXY is just basically chilling flat right now. I think it's kind of obvious, right? If you go back and take a look at the DXY, you can see previous resistance in the past. We're basically there right now. It's trying to break out of that. It's gonna be a really interesting time for the DXY. It's gonna be a really interesting time for the dollar. I know I'm very hopeful, especially with President Trump and you know some of these fundamental things that are actually happening within our government, within our global economy, and stuff like that. I'm very, very bullish, if you will, on the American economy going forward, at least in comparison to what we've been going through. But at the same time, I'm really, really curious to see how this actually affects the strength of the dollar long term, right? Like, inevitably, we all know that the way that the system is set up, at least in the fiat terms, within the world, is eventually the dollar is going to lose value because all it is like you talk about real make pretend. Like people like to paint the picture of crypto being like just make pretend value and all this other stuff. Like really, the fiat money system is the most scammiest, most bullshit, most fantasy system you've ever seen in your entire life. Literally, it's not backed by anything at the moment. Right? It's not backed by gold, by anything. We can print it whenever we want. In fact, we've done it so many times in the past. And recently, during the COVID pandemic, we printed the most money into circulation than ever before. And so, like, you tell me, like, if you're bullish on the strength of the dollar long term. I really find it hard to be long term bullish on the dollar. Like, and I'm American, right? I'm American. It's really, really freaking hard for me still yet to believe that we're not going to be in this downtrend of sorts that we've kind of been in over the long haul with the dollar. And so I'm kind of just like patiently watching. Yes, we might go up a little bit more. I think we could even go up to, 121 on the charts. And then eventually, because as you guys can see here, keep in mind, we're on the monthly here using Market Cipher, right? We are going to go through the same thing that we've been going through. And I share this all the time, but I think it's really, really critical that a lot of people understand the real fundamental things about the markets. The dollar is the reserve currency of the world. We trade it amongst everything else. And it's accepted amongst everything else in the world, right? On a global scale, we compare it to other currencies and everything. We are in this pattern, if you will, of a multiple year downturn. And what I mean by that is by 6 to 8 years, a 5-year upturn, a multiple year downturn, 5-year upturn, multiple year downturn. This is the first time we've been in a multiple year upturn. And eventually, what's going to happen, if I was a betting man, is we're going to repeat the same thing that we've been doing. And we're going to go into a multiple year downturn. And what I mean by that is, like, we're going to follow the same thing that we've been doing. We have two similar things: multiple year 6 to 8 downturn years, 5-year upturns, downturn, 5-year upturn, downturn, and now since this kind of got extended, we're going to have an extended downturn. And yes, we could go up, like I said, but I ultimately do think that we're going to come down to that point. That 5.9 on the charts here, this dotted line. And when we do that, what are you going to do with your dollars? You're going to be moving it, hopefully, into positions that are going to be able to protect your value, right, over a long haul, or potentially grow that value by either buying investments of whatever sort, right? I'm just going to say that instead of pointing out like ones that I would recommend. Anyway, so yeah, that's the dollar. That's going to be really fun and interesting to watch. Let's see what happens there. Take that off. All right, let's go into Bitcoin. We're going to keep this short and sweet today too, unless people actually have specific places that or tokens that they want me to take a look at. We're gonna keep this short and sweet. I called this out on the daily a little while ago, and yes, we did run up above it. But I was calling out this zone right here as if we're actually going to break above it. If we're going to keep this upwards pattern that we had on the daily time frame. Obviously, we're below it now. We're breaking below it. And I'm going to be very honest with you guys. You see this right here, daily time frame. If this doesn't rally and close above this trend line here, guess what? Trend is broken, my friends. And we are going to be coming back down more likely than not. And we're going to be retesting the 50 SMA on the daily time frame. You guys are not going to like it, but guess where that's at? Guess where that's at? That's in that $76,000 to $77,000 price point for Bitcoin. That's more than likely what could happen, right? We're going to retest it to see if it's support, and we're going to hopefully bounce and go make another push to 100K. We're not saying that we actually have to do that, but like that's what I'm prepared for. That's what I'm prepared for, right? And if we don't hold up previous resistance here and flip it into support on the daily time frame by doing this and bouncing, that's no bueno, because we're going to break back in and we're going to come back down and have to retest previous support. And if that doesn't, all structures are broken, and now it's all doo-doo. Now it's all doo-doo. It's a really quick and slippery slope from there to where we are right now, and it can happen just like that. Just like that. So I hope you guys were taking profits close to that 100K. I really hope you guys were. If you guys weren't, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you guys. Because I was. I definitely was. Yeah. Anybody got any questions about Bitcoin? Any questions at all? There's not a lot of people today. That's totally fine. I don't do this for the numbers. I do this to just get it out there and say I got it out there. And the people that are listening, hopefully it benefits them. But if anybody has any questions about Bitcoin's price action and where support is, I'm pointing it to you right now. Forget everybody else's nonsense that they're telling you guys. It's literally right there with TA. And TA is a delayed response of what's happening out there fundamentally. Always remember that. So while I show you guys this TA, which is not rocket science, keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. This is not rocket science. Like, honestly, we broke structure already on the daily time frame right here. This was our support line. We're underneath it right now. The candle needs to close with the body above our support line to keep the trend intact. Right now, we're below it. We're below it, and that's not good. That's not good, right? So next point of our support for the price action, if we keep slipping down this slippery slide of death, is literally going to be here on the 50 SMA on the daily time frame, which was our previous resistance. Hopefully we can flip that into support. If not, you guys know where we're going from there. So can't say that Tank didn't tell you, right? I'm telling y'all. Not that I'm anybody, but I'm telling y'all. I'm fucking telling you. I'd rather it not do it, but you know, I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared for it. So give me a 78, give me an $80,000 Bitcoin. I'll probably buy there. I'll probably, you know what, short-term bag. I would probably DCA right there, boom, a little bit. I DCA on this next 200 SMA down here at 66. And then I would like anything below here, that 44.28, guys, 4x4 DCA strategy, that'd be in play. That'd be in play all day long. Anyway, guys, let's move on. Let's move on. Nobody has any questions about Bitcoin. I'm not going to get into any precious metals today. We'll keep it pretty easy. Let's go to total. We need to hold above the 3 trillion market cap. That's what we need to do. If we don't, we're going to slippery slide, and that's you already know where Bitcoin's going. I already told you guys. Let's go here. Ooh. Litecoin. Everything is, nothing. Except for Jackal. Look at Jackal. Tia, but like my charts over here. Ooh, Algorand. What? Everything looking red as can be. What is this? I saw something stick out. Hold on. What the hell did I see? Oh, Secret. Secret down 12. Yeah, but Secret pumped to the moon. So whatever. Look at that. Look at Secret. Fucking jamming over there. What the hell? If you guys don't have Secret, you guys probably have Shade. Shade freaking skyrocketed. Anyway, let's go back. I'm losing my train of thought here. Let's go check out our favorites. Litecoin right now, 91.32. It's down 1%. Not bad. It's not bad though, right? It's honestly not that bad. It's really not. I'm talking to you guys about like doom and gloom scenarios and stuff like that, but honestly, It's really not that bad. Again, daily time from here, this is a different Bitcoin chart. I have like 3 or 4 different Bitcoin charts. If you look at this, guys, it's pretty obvious that we should be expecting ourselves to even come all the way down to this range, right? And it's a big range, 200 SMA, 50 SMA, long time support on the daily time frame here, all leading between that 64 to 77, 78,000. Like, right? That's where I'm looking for support. If we can flip that into support, we're still in a bullish structure. We're still like, if you zoom out on this, we're still really in a bullish structure. We'd be making one stair stepping movement like this. And as you guys know, as we climb the stairs, we kind of get diminishing returns, right? Like we don't just keep having these ridiculous big steps, if you will. The stair climbing actually becomes less and less, right? Like the stairs aren't as tall anymore. To the next stair or ladder up, it's like big step, boom, big step, boom, and then it's shallower and more shallower as we climb up. It's to be expected. Anyway, let's move on. Again, we already talked about Bitcoin. DOT right now. DOT, somebody has to inform me about DOT. I'm totally not trying to be the hater about DOT, but like it just baffles me. Like how did DOT rally? So what's going on in DOT world? Someone explain it to me because I'm just not caught up. But all in all, you can't get mad at the price action right now for DOT. It's like honestly holding up pretty well, down 2.5% basically when it just recently back here in November 5th shot up over 182%. I'll take a 2%, 3%, 5%, 10% pullback off that every day, all day. But I just don't know what's happening with DOT. So somebody let me know. Sorry, I had to cough. Link right now still doing pretty freaking good. 1713. Hyperbridge went live. Oh, is that what it is? Explain that to me, Adam. I don't know. Is that like their bridge of choice outside of the Polkadot, or is that? I don't understand. Bridging just doesn't make me excited anymore. Bridging just does. Maybe I'm just spoiled with the IBC and being in Cosmos for too long and all this other stuff and whatever. I want people to build real stuff. I don't care about bridging. Like I do care because like we're trying to bridge on over. You know, when people say bridge, it's like we're trying to vampire liquidity from other ecosystems. That's all bridging means. Like that's the only thing that's like, so we can go back and forth and cross this bridge and, you know, we don't have to go through the water and stuff. That's literally all it is like I said earlier in the stream, the shifting of liquidity and stuff like that. We're trying to hopefully garnish or gain other people's attention, other people's monies and their attention to come on over and cross our bridge. Like, come here, little Billy Goat Gruff, cross our bridge. But like, honestly, if we don't have any kind of infrastructure, any kind of real dApps, or real like VPN products or use cases and stuff like that, like who cares? Ethereum takes 20 minutes to finalize. Let me see here. Maybe this is what I'm looking for. Ethereum takes 20 minutes to finalize a single state machine. Polkadot takes 30 seconds to finalize a 51 state. Ooh, I don't think any of you understand the gravity of this. I didn't. That is awesome. That is a little bit more than I knew, obviously. And that is cool. I will give you that. I did not know. Speaking on my ass, that is really, really cool. I do think that's bullish. Dash awesome. That is quick. That is lickety split quick. Yeah, so that's awesome. Good for you guys, Polkadot. Man, look at that shit though. Look at that. You know what? Honestly, I said this and I feels bad though. I don't, but it's kind of like in hindsight, it's like, why didn't I do it? I was pointing out places because somebody asked me about DOT, like on my one of my live streams, like, I don't know, maybe it was deep in the bear, and they were like, "Where would you buy Tank?" And I just like pointed out these bluish lines or blue. I think they're blue. I'm colorblind. Were like my short-term DCAs, and the yellow ones are always like my bigger DCA zones. And I told somebody, I was like, "This would be where I DCA." I don't remember where I did it, but it was like obvious. You can see it was so obvious, like just split up on previous wick lows and the ultimate wick and stuff like that. I didn't buy that. At all. Should have, could have, would have, because it happened to a T. I pointed it out, and it happened basically to a T. And if I did, if I did, again, this is one of those things that makes you sick to your stomach, right? Like just round it, like just whatever. Just even to where we are right now, 160. I could have doubled my money. I could have put $10,000 in it and got 20,000 in like less than a month. That's fucking sickening sometimes. Should have, could have. Don't hindsight quarterback, people. It'll wreck you every single time. You'll never get over it. I promise you. Never think about what you could have did on Sunday on a Monday. Never do that. Fuck it. It's in the past, right? It's just whatever. But I definitely missed that. That's awesome though. Again, if you guys didn't see what Adam wrote, um, Ethereum takes 20 minutes to finalize a single state machine. Polkadot takes 30 seconds to finalize a 51 state machine. I don't think any of you guys understand, and I didn't either, the gravity of that. That's obscure. What did I do? Oh, it's from them. Okay, gotcha. I'll credit where credit's due. We gotta put it up on the screen so people can see it. That's pretty cool. The thing, you know what, Polkadot though, and a lot of things have changed since the last time I ever looked at Polkadot. It was just the bidding to get on, like to be one of the chains, was so expensive. I was just like, how is that scalable? But who am I? Whatever. Solana down 1.73, but all in all, you can't get mad at the price action, guys. Like, we fucking ripped people's faces off. I know I have some limit orders right now for Solana. Right here on the 50 and the SMAs are like my thing, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The SMAs are my things. The 50 SMA previous resistance obviously is a great point to get in on a DCA. I have my 4x4 DCA strategy. It would be a light DCA, but I'll get in here right around. If it comes down to 187, bet your bottom dollar start getting there. Comes back down to here, previous support lining up with a 200 SMA, right around 161, and then 117. Obviously, I've been showing you guys in the past before. That's my first three zones, and I'll buy again. I'll buy again where I've already bought. I'm showing you guys again. These charts don't move. Like these yellow lines, they really don't move because I'm ready for them. It's been support in the past. It's going to do it again. Either be support or resistance, or it's going to be some sort of stickiness on the chart. So while bots trade them, I'm going to pay attention to them. Ethereum, all in all, actually not doing too, like a lot of people want to give crap to Ethereum, but I'm just gonna say it. Ethereum is what Ethereum is. It's got a first mover advantage. It's got super big liquidity behind it. It's there's developers left and right that have and will, when the money's there, come back. Yes, you can go to Solana, but like I'm not a developer, so I'm saying this with a grain of salt too. But from what I know, it's Ethereum. Like, dude, you can't ignore it. I know people are like, oh, it's slow and all this other stuff. Speed is not everything. Honesty is liquidity. Liquidity is king over everything. So while we do our best to make things faster, until a player or two or three or an entity of some sort cares about that, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't really matter, right? Like, it's all about liquidity. Even for big entities, they want to go where they know that there's enough liquidity for them to play it. Period. What's up, son? Taking my phone. He's stealing my phone, guys. Look at that. He stole my phone. All right. So anyway, I think Ethereum has a lot of room still. A lot of things to get over, but I'm not even going to get into the fundamental problems or even the fundamental reasons any more than I already said of why it could go up. I've kind of already said it. But yeah, I think Ethereum, honest to God, guys, I think Ethereum could definitely smash through 4,000 here soon. And people are going to be caught with their pants down. They're not going to believe it. I kind of won't either, but I'm ready for it. I'm absolutely ready for it. If Ethereum dips down low, again, just to watch the SMAs. SMAs are an easy peasy place. It's not rocket science. You don't have to have a degree in anything like that. Basically about $3,000. And then we're going to come back down here between this range of which was once our wedge pattern here. It's going to probably be anywhere between 26 to 2,500. And then we're looking down in the previous sections that I've been sharing with you guys in the past, all the way down here. Atom right now, not doing too bad. Not doing all too bad with the recent rally that it had. Again, I'm looking. I shared with this so many times. I shared this so many times with other people. These yellow lines, right? I told you guys my 4x4 DCA strategy. Now, I actually did because I'm super, super involved on what's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem. I took that bet. I actually did buy my 4x4 DCA strategy here. I didn't hit my fourth. My fourth was all the way down here at 80 cents. But my 3, 1, 2, 3, I DCA'd all the way down. And you guys know I split them up. Right before, right at, right underneath that, and right below. I didn't hit the absolute low, but I did get right around 390, I believe, was my last DCA. And of course, I always, with the way I DCA, is I protect my position by always doubling up. That's, if you guys want to see my 4x4 DCA strategy and how that's played out, it's a little bit more complex and a little bit more involved and dynamic. I like to call it a dynamic 4x4 DCA strategy. It's not a passive one. You have to be involved. But I always bring more capital to the battlefield to reinforce my previous positions. That way, when I'm laddering down, I can really bring that pain and that feeling of like doom and gloom out of the equation, because I was able, like I said, I laddered into right around 390, which means my overall buy was right around, I think, I have to go and take a look, but I think it was like 420 all in all. But even if I went from 420, right, 420-ish to where we are right now, I'm up basically almost 87, 90%. I was up almost 100% from my gains, and I've already recognized my profits and stuff like that. So again, guys, I'm watching out to see what happens with Atom yet again, to see if this holds up as support this time. It's a long-term trend line here, the yellow line, and obviously back where I was showing you guys 750 it needs to hold up, right? If not, I'm just going to be rewatching again with momentum. I'm going to be making my decision based on momentum and how quickly things are moving. I'm going to see if previous support, let's just trend this out a little bit here. I'm going to speculate here. I'm going to see if Atom's price action holds up on previous support, and then we keep building from here, or if it cuts through it like a hot knife through butter and we come back down to the SMAs, which are going to be here in the 50, right? We're going to come here. It's going to be somewhere between these two ranges of right around $5.48. Because I think if we come through here, we're going to probably slide through it real quickly, and it's probably going to get split amongst the difference from 550, 560 for price action. And then we're going to see if 460 holds up again, right? Super simple, super simple. I'm just going to be watching that, seeing if the opportunity presents itself again, and then making a judgment call. If I do make a judgment call, I'll put it out there, but it's definitely not financial advice. I'll put it out there. I'll let you guys know I started my DCA again. Crow, real interesting. We're going to see if this white line, 16 cents, holds up. 16 cents is where I want to see holds up. And if it doesn't, I'm looking out for 10 cents, right around 10 cents to 9 cents. Kujira, if you guys are into it, looks like it got rejected here on the points that I was showing you guys on our last live stream. It needs to hold up basically on the SMA. The 50 SMA right here was right around 43 cents. It needs to hold up there, or else we're going to go right back down here and retest 30 cents, and that's not going to be good for everybody, guys. That's Kujira. Jacko right now. If you guys don't know about Jacko, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to show this. I really wish that Jacko was found in many other places, but Jacko is a decentralized storage play that I think a lot of people need to start paying more attention or giving more praise or highlighting in the crypto landscape and beyond, Web 2, whatever. We need to be able to own or have access to more directly our own information or content that we put out there, and Jacko allows you to do that with ease. And so I highly suggest that you guys take a look at this deepened play, which is Jackal. You can find that throughout the greater Cosmos ecosystem, but one day, hopefully, we'll see maybe Binance or Coinbase. There's not a lot of trading volume, but we'll see, hopefully, one day, one of these entities like Kraken, Coinbase, Binance, all of these, buy whatever's out there. Hopefully we'll see them make a buy and buy it like they did with Atom and some of the other assets out there, because they recognize the importance of the project in itself and on the merit alone. I hope that they buy it, because that would be huge for Jackal and huge for the rest of the crypto space. Hold on one second. I see a fucking legend in my chat right now. This man is named Dread Pirate Roberts. And if it wasn't for this gentleman, I said so much fucking to everybody, because so many people in the Cosmos know me. If it wasn't for this gentleman right here, I wouldn't be here. He's since moved on, and I've bought other things because of it. But I pay attention to what this man says whenever he says it. He's a fucking G. He's an absolute legend. DPR. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Where can we leverage trade these days, bro? So I haven't been really leverage playing so much, other than buying bigger spot bags, man. Some people in the Cosmos, even though I know you don't like a lot of shit anymore in the Cosmos, I said all that, but at the same time, DPR ain't wasting time. There's Lavana. There's Mex. I think Mexi, you could do it. I know. What's the other one? I was just on it. And I was looking at the leverage opportunities there. You can tell that I didn't do it though. Fuck. What was it? Hold on. Let me look at my bookmarks actually, because now that's gonna drive me crazy if I can't think of it. Where's my bookmarks? I just bookmarked it not too long ago. Where's it at? Fucking thing. I cracked it. Where the fuck is this? Let me see here. I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. I was taking a look at this. That's what I was looking at. Satoshi Stacker uses them. I like Satoshi Stacker. I think he has good bots and stuff like that. But yeah, that's where I was looking, man. I can't even say it. All these freaking things. Bitunix.com. But yeah, that's where I was looking. Shout out to you, man. Stargaze right now down 4.24. Stargaze, the NFT hub for the Cosmos ecosystem. Again, I'm just gonna be honest. I love Stargaze, but like the token in itself needs, like, if you can't see it again, it's so easy. Watch out for the support right around what's 0.0054. Yes, sir. DPR in the house. OG status right there. Always will have OG status with me. Osmosis down almost 6%. We're gonna see if it holds up on previous resistance. See if it flips it as support. But then again, guys, to be very honest with you, I can see it coming right back down. You guys see the zones here. I'm gonna let the chart speak for itself. I don't want to be like bear posting about the Cosmos, because all these people will be like, what the fuck, man? Akash, love Akash, DPN. I want to see more users like really renting out and using it. I know they have all these cool things. Don't get me wrong, Greg. I love Akash. I love it. But like, yeah, I need to see the protocol earning more, a lot more. Right now, I'm looking at the SMAs right here. I'll probably buy for the short-term bag 325, 280, and then I'll reinforce it right here. Probably lower than this, but like 219 previous support right here, right? And then, guys, but like, to be very honest, it's hard for me because I bought Akash and I have my free and clear bag when I bought it like in the like for sets for like 20-30 cents. So it's kind of hard for me to say like I want more, man. Yeah, appreciate it, man. For sure, man. I hope the family has a great Thanksgiving as well. We're gonna be flying out to the beach house tomorrow. It's gonna be a fucking pain in the ass, but we're flying out in the afternoon to the beach house tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. So we'll be down there. But yeah, I hope you have a great one, man. I appreciate you stopping in. Love the DPR always stops in every once in a while. It's fucking like just gives me the heads up, the word on the street about something. Neutron right now down 1.6%. I believe, was it 1.6? Well, yeah, 1.6 here. Got rejected on our 55 cents right now. We're going to see if the 200 and the 50 SMA holds up for Neutron. There's a lot of things happening for Neutron. A lot of people love Neutron or whatnot, but again, we're just talking about the token price action, right? We're going to see it come back down and retest here. I'm more looking for these white lines, 36, 33, 28, than anything for Neutron, and I'm just being patient. TIA right now up 5.59%. Right now, nothing's in its way. We're going to see if it can keep rallying. If it does, be on the lookout for 913 to be resistance. If not, 1140 is going to be the next point of resistance. But if it comes back down, again, 50 SMA, 200 SMA, guys. Simple, easy peasy. That's anywhere between $5.50 and $6. Now, that's a wide range, but I'd be watching out for that. If not, then we have this support line all the way down here at 460. Juno right now had a humongous pump. I don't know what's going on here. I honestly don't know. Consolidating, right? Consolidating somewhat. If it rallies again, 41 cents is going to be resistance. 57 cents is going to be resistance again. We do have on the daily time frame the SMAs pinching together here, finally curving back upwards. But we got to see if it holds up. If it dumps again, watch out for the SMAs. That's going to be right around 13 to 10 cents. Momentum can take it fast. Evos up 6.72, but you got to remember where Evos is coming from. It's fighting the 200 SMA. It's got to get above the 200 SMA for it to have any kind of real momentum. Until that actually happens, again, watch for it to get rejected off the 200 SMA and come back down to its previous lows. Injective right now up 11%, really rallying today. But what goes up gotta come back down because we gotta have sellers to have more buyers. It's just the way that things go, guys. I'll be watching for the 200 SMA. We are also having a cross right now for the 200 and the 50 SMA for Injective. Could be really, really bullish. But right now it's trading at 29, just shy of $30. If it gets away from itself here, which is previous resistance in the past, look at that right there. That was a horrible straight line. If it does get away from that, we're going to be chopping it up in between this range of about around $30 to $40, obviously, right? But that's not my opinion. That's what this section of the chart is. Right here, we're just going to probably chop it up. It'll be very, very volatile because there's a lot of people that bought right here that are going to probably want to exit their positions if it comes back up to that point. That's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. Yeah. Algorand having a huge time right now. Really, really good looking for their chart. But again, it's at this critical make or break moment right here. Previous support, previous resistance, right? Not my opinion, but you can see it clearly here. Support. When it got rejected here, it went through. Resistance. It's got to get above this point. If it gets rejected here, not good. We're going to go back and retest the 250 SMA. If it does break away, great. Expect though a retest of this zone once it does try to break away. Anchor right now having a good little moment. Anchor needs to keep this momentum up here, but watch out for that 4 cent range. Watch out for that, guys. That's going to be a huge point in the charts. Again, it's just previous resistance on average. What else is having a good time? FTM. FTM coming up right here is going to be a critical level again. Super easy on the charts. My charting is easy peasy charting. Don't make it overcomplicated and don't look for rhymes or reasons and stuff like that. Literally, guys, all you have to do is go right here. Critical moment. If we get rejected right here, you can't say, oh, what? Why? It's right there in front of your face. That's why. Previous support, previous resistance. It's going to be a critical level on the charts. You can expect volatility here. A lot of people exiting, right, from these points. What's the ticker? ELS? Why am I on stocks? Look at me. I'm such a boomer. I'm not even on crypto. I'm on stocks. That's what that tells you guys. Is it ELS? That's a dino. That's a dino bill. Is that there we go. Coinbase. Let's go take a look. Down almost 6% today. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Actually has a dinosaur back here. You guys ever? I think that's so funny all the time when you actually see the dinosaur back here. Wow. Yeah, same thing for ELA. It's right here. I mean, you can see the wick highs, rejection, wick high, rejection, wick high, rejection. You can kind of say that it kind of. Oops, that's horrible. You know what? That's a horrible fucking line. Let's make that better. I drink way too much coffee. They're writing straight lines. But you can see this here, right? Yeah. Go away. Rejection, wick high, rejection, wick high, rejection. You can kind of say it was chopping up here, but rejection. Critical place on the chart. I think it's going to probably more than likely get rejected again. But if it uses the SMAs as a springboard and it comes up, like, you just got to look for this next point of which was previous support right around, what is that, $3.10. So yep. Zcash actually wasn't doing too bad. Somebody else pointed out Zcash, but same thing. All these places on the charts right now, like, to be very honest, I'm more I want it. You know what? I'm just gonna end it with this. Let me get rid of the charts here. It's gonna be. I don't know if the video camera's having a problem, but I'm gonna say this. Leading into the holiday season, which is always very slow, right? People are just not paying attention. They're spending time with their family. They're enjoying shit, which they should be. They're spending money on presents and shit like that, or travel. So they're not really like looking to buy. They're spending their money elsewhere. It's the holiday season, and then also on top of that, kids are away. People aren't actually able to like pay attention like they should. They're all on breaks and stuff like that. You guys got to understand, like as we go into the later part of Q4, it's not typically, in my opinion, a very bullish setup for crypto and the stock markets and stuff like that traditionally, because people's minds aren't there, right? Like people are just not there, and banks are closed, and people are just not paying attention and stuff like that. So with all these setups that I'm seeing on the charts where they're trying to get over previous support or resistance in the past, to be very honest with you, I expect more bearish price action on the charts than anything else. Like, so I'm like, again, I'm out. Majority of my stuff, I've been out. Like this past run up and stuff like that, I've been out again. I took profits. You know, I'm a base hit winner kind of guy. I'm not swinging for the fence on everything. Like, I'll just bring my runners home with every swing, and it's okay. But I just want to leave that with you guys. Like, that's the way I'm looking at things right now. Yeah, there's going to be a few outliers that just run and like ignore things. But in all, I think, especially in the crypto market, I'm more bearish right now with the price action. And then once we get through the calendar year, I'll be a lot more bullish. Like, you know, the setup, we can flush it all out. We can just get it all out of our system. I'll be a little bit more bullish on things. That's not to say again that things aren't going to have their pumps, but with the pumps there are going to be dumps. But you got to be ready for that, right? So like, I just want to kind of set the tone with you guys on where I'm at personally. I could expect a lot more bearish bullshit, to be honest with you, and I really don't care, because I'm sitting again. I heard somebody else earlier say like their reserves in their portfolio to have them ready. I think it was Scott, and I was like, really, Scott? You Scott from the podcast. He does a lot of stuff in the Cosmos. He's a friend of mine, but I'm gonna kind of chew him up for this. But he was like, yeah, at any given time, I have 20% in stables ready to buy, and I was like, bro, either I'm too protective and too conservative because I have a 70-30 split where 70% of my portfolio is in fucking stables and cash. Only 30% of my ass is exposed out the window at any given time. And that's okay. Other people have their risk tolerances are different, but like I heard him say that, I was like, 20%. Fuck. But that's because I need 70% to kind of like reinforce my DCA strategy. Right? Like if I don't have that, I can't do the 4x4 DCA strategy. If I don't have that 70% for me in the way I do things, I can't buy the dip like I want to buy the dip. And like my friend Dred was saying, I don't really do leverage. I buy larger amounts on spot. So I need that portfolio at 70-30 split, 70 being USD or a variation of a stable in comparison, right? So like to each their own, but yeah, I'm ready for it in any case, right? Let me see here. Dred says, I'm kind of thinking with Trump administration, privacy might be actually a good plan. I think so too. That's why I was looking at, XMR, Zcash. A lot of people give Zeph flack because it's just basically a copy pasta with a couple more, I'd say, really, really big fundamental differences compared to XMR. But you can mine all these things with your CPUs, consumer grade products and stuff like that. Anybody has a CPU can mine it. I'm really into privacy. I agree with you, DPR. I'm really into privacy right now. Shade, secret, all those, like, I don't even care. Just, I think privacy is going to be huge. Again, I think people are going to realize the difference and why they need it. Mr. Sticker says, we spoke about ILV. You're right. And actually, I thought about you. I thought about you when it fucking pumped, dude. When you bringing it up again, you talked about it. You talked about it. All credits to Mr. Snickers. I'm going to show you guys what he's talking about here. Oops, sorry. I had my stuff up in there. I took it. I actually left it on my chart because you brought it up, and you brought it up back here before it pumped. I remember that, dude, and it fucking ran right now. It's having a hard time on the 200 SMA, but it ran. Wish I did it, dude. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda listened to you. So we spoke about it the other day. Pepe, your opinion on that? I'm not a meme guy, but I'm curious about it. Thanks. Pepe, Doge. What's the other big one? I'm not a really big meme guy either, but I will say, like, it's all about liquidity. It's all about exposure, right? It's all about availability too. Pepe, Doge, even Shib. I say Shib weird. Shib, as people say, Shib. All of those, like they're going to have their moments. Like they really are. Each and every one of them. Pepe. Let me just go to Binance here. Pepe, they're gonna have their moments. Look at this. But here's the thing about Pepe right now, right? This is like on the daily time frame. I they're a meme. They're still a meme. And I can't buy other people's tops. If I look at this, I look at this, and I'm like, no, because the opportunity is not there for me, right? Other people, they'll hear that don't know anything, are still gonna probably buy it, but like fuck that. Pepe, I don't think in comparison to um, other memes, I think there's better. Fucking dog, get out of here, dog. I think there's better opportunities. Like here, Doge, you could say Doge is setting up a huge cup, right? And that looks better than Pepe to me, opportunity cost wise. Like this just looks like I'm buying the top for somebody. I don't want to do that. Doge, you can say here, if you zoom out, right, you could say that this is a weird cup, right? So look for the pullback. Yeah, that's exactly right. DPR, I look at that and like I'm the exit liquidity. No fucking thank you. I don't want to buy like these charts. I'm happy that other people who've bought in the past before are seeing like these great things and stuff like that, but I'm not fucking buying that shit. I don't want to be somebody else's out. I want to be I want, I want to be going in. So I don't know. That's just the way I am right now, and I think memes. Um, yeah, I don't know. Solana's having a hard time right now. Well, I don't say Solana's having a hard time right now. Pump that fun with all that crazy shit with their streaming is fucking nuts. But exposure, whether good or bad, is still exposure, right? So you got to look at it like that. But there's always going to be something on Pump That Fun. Look up that HODL. Is it on here? I don't think HODL's on here though right now. Yeah, there's so many HODLs. Are you serious? There's so many HODLs. That's not it. Is it Radium? Is it this one? I looked it up. I did look it up, and I'm waiting. I'm gonna buy it, dude. I'm gonna buy it. I'm just waiting for it to kind of do a couple of things. I don't think this is it. Yeah, this is half orange drinking lemonade. It is it. Let's go to a 4 hour here. Yeah, dude, it was ridiculous, dude. Pump That Fun was fucking ridiculous. Motherfuckers shaving off their eyebrows and fucking saying they're gonna murder their fucking family. That's crazy shit, dude. H bar. Do I have H bar on it? I don't know if I have H bar on here. H bar. Yeah, I said I was gonna make this a short stream, and look at me. Let's go to Binance. Ooh, it's almost 4%. Look at that, dude. H bar. Like honestly, I'm so bullish on H bar. But again, just okay. This is the 4 hour. This is a critical place right here. I would not, because I don't like buying this kind of stuff. Like after, especially a big breakout, like this just looks like it's gonna have a rejection, and I would expect it to. If it doesn't, I'd be really fucking surprised. But I'm not one to buy this right now. This is great. This is great price action, and I think HBAR has huge upside potential still to go. But I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit at all. Look at this previous support right here. Previous rejection. I'm not doing it. I'd rather buy the retest than anything else. And the retest is super easy. Like if you go here, look at this previous support here, right here. Boom. That'd be 0.086. That'd be the first buy on my 4x4 DCA strategy. The second one's super easy right here. Boom. Previous support here. Support, rejection, support, right? Boom. Average support or rejection. It's going to be 0.055. And then the third buy zone is going to be down here at the low, obviously 0.357. If you even went back further, you can see that splits itself. Give or take, I moved it a little bit right here. You can see rejection, average support, and resistance here. And then I would leave one. I would leave the last one just because, the wick low down here. But that would be my 4x4 DCA strategy. I'm not buying that shit right now. One big double bottom with HODL. Could be. That could, yeah, could be. Boom. 4 hour right here. Boom. Could be, but I don't know, man. This like I'm just waiting. This doesn't looks like it's gonna be coming down more. But I believe I can fly. Guys, I said I was gonna keep it to an hour or less. We're right before an hour. PPR, love you, man. Appreciate you guys coming in. Really do. Um, Mr. Snickers, should have listened to you. Should have listened to you, man. ILV, pump like hell. Um, who was talking about Adam? Adam, thank you for that message about what was going on with Polkadot. Huge stuff for Polkadot. Jr. Appreciate you, man. Everybody else that's been watching. Don't forget, it doesn't take you guys any time. It doesn't cost you any money either to be supportive. And if you guys really want to start seeing more stuff about your bags and what we're doing and like more exposure for crypto, you got to be supportive to some sort of extent, guys. So I implore you, I ask you, I beg of you, do me a huge favor, like this video, follow me on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and then go check out IBC Gang on YouTube. The link is somewhere, but go check it out, guys. You can find it actually if you just go to my Twitter handle, and you'll see it linked there. Go check us out on YouTube, guys. IBC Gang, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It really goes a long way, and it doesn't cost you anything. You should feel good about yourself. I know I feel good about it, so you should feel good about it. But in any case, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys have a really good afternoon. Protect yourself at all times. Make sure you're taking profits. The graph, one last one. One last one. GRT. Real quick. I think I have it up here, but GRT. Yeah, I'm already there. Oh, go back there. Watching and seeing if it's support on the 50 SMA on the 4-hour. I'm really going to be taking a look on the 4-hour at 1816 on the daily time frame here. Though you can see it coming all the. I actually for the graph, I would actually wait for the big pullback. It's probably going to pull back and retest when it crosses each other here, right around 18.4, like I was saying. But then I would actually. Yeah, let's just say that would be my first zone. That would be my first zone to take a look at. I'll do a 4x4 on the graph later, or GRT. Guys,